You're strong.
Beautiful.
No need to be anybody but you. You're everything you need to be. This is your life to live. Keep believing in your dreams. Don't be afraid.
I'm going to shed a single tear.
You should.
Thank you. Wow. Do you know how special you are?
You're strong.
I feel empowered.
Yes.
What do we do? It's been 2 months.
No.
Yeah.
No, it hasn't.
Yes, it has.
God, it's so...
Because someone texted me and they're like, is the podcast over? Because it's been 2 months.
I did an episode.
But it didn't go on, you didn't publish it.
That's true.
So our last one was from October 25th. We haven't even been since Halloween.
And I left our hard drive in Europe.
Yes.
So we had to reconfigure all these settings.
Well, it might not even work. I guess you've tested it.
I tested. I think we're okay.
I'm going crazy because it's Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
And I don't have work for a little bit. A couple days. I can be hungover for a couple days.
Who can't?
Who cares? Who cares? Sorry, I'm already yelling.
Give me some.
Let's get belligerent and hurt our marriage.
We go through like one of these a year.
I mean, it's like 70% done and we're cheap dates. Fuck.
What do you think about these drones?
Well, I don't know. I only know what you tell me. You're my news source. So you have a lot of power because I don't follow anything.
Well, now I don't even know what's going on.
Because it's not...
They've stopped.
Scrubbed?
It's scrubbed. They are scrubbed. Like for 2 weeks, all I saw was drones on social media.
But no longer.
And now they're hiding all the drone talk. Bethany Frankel, is that her name?
Oh, the business mogul.
She is like our drone mother.
Which I would never take her to be a nurturing figure of any kind.
No, not at all. I wouldn't even expect her to be knowledgeable about anything.
I wouldn't think she would care at all.
Here's my impression of her inventing her martini stuff. Hey, I want to make a martini company. Figure it out. Bye. That's my impression of her inventing
thought
something.
in anything, takes all the credit.
Yeah, she doesn't do anything.
Yeah.
But that's my impression of her inventing so the fact that she's like involved with people who are involved in the government and she's like finding out these secrets, but she's being censored on the social media sites.
Why doesn't she go on Elon? Is Elon musking her?
Elon won't say anything about the drones.
It seems like he would he would talk about the drones. That seems up his alley.
This is getting sketch. Why wouldn't he be? You think
the drones are still present but not being talked about?
Yes, absolutely.
You're positive.
I know that they are because if you really hunt deep, you can find DronTok. That's the TikTok drone community.
For drones.
Yeah.
I don't have an opinion other than things will probably end badly and maybe it's for the best.
Maybe the government has said, okay, TikTok, we're going to test you because people talk about things. I'm the government right now. People talk about things that we don't want them to on TikTok. We can't control the narrative. So we're banning TikTok, but we'll do a test. We're going to fly drones over all these cities and people are going to start talking about it. But if you can squash that conversation, TikTok, if you can censor this discussion, maybe we'll reconsider our ruling.
It's not a bad hypothesis, actually.
Or they're looking for nuclear weapons.
I would prefer if they found them, if I'm honest.
Apparently, there's like 7 nuclear warheads that have just gone missing.
When?
And we don't know where they are.
7?
Just since they've invented...
Why do we know? I feel like they shouldn't release that information.
I feel like, we should not be able to know that.
Sometimes when they're like government secrets, I'm like, I get it.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is not knowledge I need. I don't need to know that there is a nuke just waiting to be accidentally triggered.
Right.
I've I've got enough going on. I'm tired.
Some fish just swims down to a nuke and boops it. And we're
no more whales.
Yeah, all the whales gone.
7? Are you sure?
7, yeah.
I guess you would know. Yeah, I'm fine. Government, keep your secrets. Just figure it out.
Well, people are like, tell us about the aliens. Don't tell. If there are aliens, we don't need to know this.
Get rid of them.
We don't believe anything. We're suspicious that aliens exist. And then the government's like, they do. And we're like, I don't
yeah, why are you saying that?
Yeah. So, don't tell us.
Yeah, this is one of those just... I can know it's happening, and I'm going to compartmentalize it because I don't want to think about drones flying over.
I sometimes just like look out the window.
Yes,
you see a drone.
Not sometimes.
Like 4 or 5 times a night.
Yeah, while watching something.
I'm just like,
it's like a good scene in a show, and you're like, drone check. And then you like turn around. Like,
I want to see one.
I know.
They're the size of cars.
But you tell me this, but I'm not seeing them, and you're telling me they're all over Utah, and I just don't know who to believe.
They're here. So.
Are they?
Apparently. And I want to find them.
Then we should go find them.
And I also want you. That was so loud.
Was it? Not for me.
Oh. I also want you to go to YouTube. Watch this on YouTube.
Yeah, you can see. Look at my. Show me.
Look. Oh.
If you're on YouTube, you can see my.
If you're watching on YouTube, you can see Leah is dressed in a festive.
'Cause it's Christmas.
Sweater. Yeah.
Sorry. But does nobody we'll talk about it, but does nobody care it's Christmas?
No one cares it's Christmas.
If you care about Christmas,
you'll watch this on YouTube.
Because you'll say, holy shit.
But if you're listening to the podcast, that's fine. Listen in your podcast app. Listen on Spotify. Fuck Spotify. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts, fine. But also go to YouTube and like this fucking video.
Yeah, so because... please.
When people say like and subscribe, they mean it, and we mean it.
Yeah, we may not record for 2 months, but it's because you haven't liked it.
Yeah. For every like, we'll do a new episode.
Yeah. That actually, maybe we shouldn't do that.
I don't even know how the math would work.
I don't even know what that, we can't keep up with that.
What if we got 30 likes on one video, then we got 20 likes on the next video? We have to do 50 episodes.
If we got more than one like, it's unsustainable. So that promise is null.
That's not a promise. We just said things we don't mean. Yeah. But one thing we do mean is that you can guess what we saw. You don't hear it?
I do now.
We saw something. And if you can guess what it is, you'll win a $500,000 Visa gift card.
$500,000.
You're going to win $500,000. Just kidding.
400.
Go to ohyeahbigtime.tv/guest to read the official rules and to submit your guess to see what we saw.
To say and see what we saw.
You can also give us a call at 802-870-6928. Again, that's 802-870-6928. And we will answer your calls live on this podcast channel.
But not live.
Well, while we're recording it, we'll listen to the voicemail that you left by calling that number.
Correct.
And that's what'll happen.
Sorry, I got the burps, dude.
It's fine.
Okay.
Hello and welcome to You Can't Make Me with the Christmas Carols. I'm Carol.
I'm Carol.
And you're listening to You Can't Make Me. This episode is brought to you by Holiday Cheer. Remember when you were a kid and people put effort into Christmas? That's called Holiday Cheer. And without it, this time of year is just like any other time of year. So what's the point of being alive without Holiday Cheer? And for the rest of time, we're offering a special deal where all Holiday Cheer vanishes before your very eyes. And for that, you can thank the Atheists. Holiday Cheer. It's gone forever, and it's all our faults.
It's not the atheists.
It's the atheists.
It's not the atheists.
I blame the atheists.
It's not the atheists.
Yes, it is.
There's more Christians than atheists by a large margin.
I know, but they're all fading. The Christians are fading, and the
Christians have to pull their weight.
Which, keep in mind, I do not believe in any deity. I'll just say that outright. I'm not like, I'm blaming my own people.
Right, but I mean, I would turn into a Christian if it meant saving Christmas, but they are taking absolutely no initiative.
I bet the only houses that you see that are decorated are either gays or Christians. I think it's come to that. And for the most part, the people who don't really believe in the return of Jesus are the ones to blame. I believe it. Because you'll talk to atheists about Christmas. I don't celebrate Christmas. I don't believe in that bullshit. And it's like, you don't have to.
You don't have to believe in it. You just have to make things look nicer.
Look at the lights.
Yeah, we believe in nothing. Look at our lights.
Look at the poinsettia.
Look at our Santa Claus.
Yeah.
We went to the the most festive store, the Home Depot.
Yeah. How sad is that? Like if you go to when you were a kid going to a grocery store with your mom during the holidays, there were things hanging from the ceilings. Every infinite poinsettias. Every pole was wrapped in garland. Like the pole for the light for the cash register that was wrapped and decorated.
Candy canes.
Yes.
Yeah.
But now you go to a grocery store and you're lucky to see anything.
Maybe white lights.
You
wouldn't even know it's Christmas.
Honestly, you wouldn't.
It's hurting my soul.
In the weeks leading up to Christmas, it looks like the month after Christmas when I was a kid. You know what I mean? Like the people who didn't take down their decorations. Yeah. Those are the only people left.
But this is the precipice. I don't know what to do.
The whole point of Christmas is to have this steady rock that we can come back to every year.
Yes.
That reminds us of every year before that. And we watch the same fucking movies. We eat the same foods. We put up the lights.
Because it's stability.
We need that.
That's why everything's so chaotic.
Everything's always changing.
Everything's unraveling because we don't have Christmas anymore.
Well, everything's changed. Everything's always new with us people.
Yeah.
They're building a new highway. Your phone plan's different all of a sudden. I don't know. They're building. iPhone. We all gotta buy robots soon.
Yeah.
97.9 Kiss FM is now 97.9 The Beast.
Rebrands galore, new products left and right.
Everything's always changing. And Christmas is supposed to be that time of year where we come to it and we say, just like the good old days. Yeah. And now it's vanishing.
I don't know what to do. When we have kids, first we're going to have to move to a Christian neighborhood, apparently.
Yes.
Because I'm not raising them in this.
I would rather explain it. Listen, some people believe stuff, and we just do it because it's nice.
Because it brings us stability, and we like the lights.
Because it's like those old Christmas movies where the adults don't believe in Christmas, and the Christmas spirit is fading away, and Santa's like, no, they don't believe anymore.
Yeah. Just have a little faith.
And then it takes like one little kid to spark the Christmas spirit throughout the town. And then suddenly the lights appear and the snow falls.
But we don't have that because the kids are being raised by atheists.
Atheists.
Yeah.
You don't have to be so fucking militant about this.
I'm still putting a lot of blame on the Christians. We don't need to circle around. I just feel like you're being a little harsh.
Christians could do their part. I'm just saying these atheists get all bah humbug about Christmas.
Yeah.
They say, I don't believe that.
It doesn't have to be like it's a consumerist holiday, but it doesn't have to be. You don't have to be buying stuff.
I think it's good.
I think there's a balance.
I think it's necessary.
It's good to be nice and like each other for once a year.
It's good to be nice and to buy each other fucking presents.
Good behavior.
Yes.
For once.
And that's a great thing to do for kids.
Yes.
Although I think it's mean to tell kids about Santa, but...
To tell them the truth?
Yeah. I think it's nice to tell them the truth. It's mean to tell them the lie.
Oh, we haven't talked about this as future parents.
Right, yeah.
I don't know what we're going to do.
I am 100...
The whole time? No Santa ever?
No Santa.
What?
Because here's why. Because I didn't believe in Santa as a kid.
You've got plans.
I didn't believe in Santa as a kid, and I was respectful. I knew that kids believed in Santa, so I didn't ruin it for them. But deep inside, I knew that I was better than them and smarter than them.
Really?
And it's good to have that.
Maybe that explains everything about you.
Exactly.
But is that what we want?
What are you talking about? Of course. Of course that's what we want.
So we want our child to be superior.
Yes. It's good to be a little superior.
Let them have it for 3 years. Tell them when they're 6.
3 years. You gotta, if there's a Santa belief, it can't last beyond 3 years old.
Well, that's when they talk.
Right.
We might have to save this argument for when I pop one out.
All right.
I'm gonna.
Fine. I'll just whisper to the kid, Santa's not real.
Your mom's a stupid bitch.
Your mom's lying to you. But play along with it because she likes it.
Please do that.
It's more for her than you.
Let me have it. I don't care if they don't believe me. As long as they smile and say, thank you, Santa, I'm in a good place.
But we're driving around. We were looking for Christmas decorations.
Nowhere to be found.
It's so hard to find. The Christians and the gays are the only ones who are keeping Christmas alive. And like far right Christians. We're not talking about like
you're ordinary.
Yeah. You're normal
You're
Christian.
one of the mill Christians.
So atheists, just get over yourselves.
Knock it off. They're so goddamn moody.
They're moody.
I don't want to be in their club. Like I'm in the club because like we share,
Yeah.
The belief
we have something in
unites
common,
us. So it's like I'm not gonna leave. You can't force me out.
But also
grow up.
You're fucking boring.
You're boring. You're sad. You're moody. You're a little MySpace teenager. Put up some fucking lights.
Christians, they are happier. They're a happier bunch.
Yeah.
Because they have their Christmas. But yeah, I think a little consumers. I think we need to go back to real Black Friday with real deals because you've since conceded that Black Friday is a sham.
Yes.
And I'm sorry.
Yes.
Black Friday is a sham. I think if we could bring that back, that would be a good
start. You would just have to change everything because people buy everything they want all the time, whenever they want, because no one has any patience for everything and everything is instant gratification. So Christmas is all the time. You're ordering packages all the time.
That's true. Christmas is every day.
So it's just
every day you open up your door and you look at a box and you say, "What is this?"
Oh my god!
Then you open it up and it's Comet toilet cleaner, and you're like, "Damn it!
Fuck! I thought this was a PlayStation."
But you get that, like that's what happens on Christmas.
Yeah.
You open up the box. Oh, it sucks. Fuck. That's what happens on Christmas. That's okay. We need a little bit of that, but we have it all the time now.
I know. So then when it comes Christmas and parents are like, "What you want?" It's like, why are you making me come up with a list?
We ordered all of that throughout the year.
Yeah, like there's nothing I need. And that's and I acknowledge that's a great place to be.
Sure.
But it cheapens Christmas because it's like, I got it.
Amazon should have to shut down 2 months before Christmas.
Ooh.
You get nothing.
Yeah.
That should be the rule.
I'm going to pitch it.
And then that way Black Friday is special again.
The seals would even out.
Like we were in the UK during Black Friday. I didn't even open my phone to look at, because it's not real. It's so not real that it's not even worth considering as like, maybe there's a good deal.
I still bought a lot of stuff. But because I made a spreadsheet to see which ones were actual sales. In Sweden, they call it Black Week.
Which we have a whole month for that, so.
Yeah, so what do you really do in Sweden?
Yeah. But Black Friday is a scam. I learned that honey is a scam. The honey app, the honey extension for your browser. Total scam.
I'm ready to leave.
What
do you mean it's a scam?
Honey is a complete and total
How's it a scam? It takes money off.
Well, so think about honey. How the hell does this company exist? How the fuck does a company exist to save you money and that's all? That's all it is.
They're selling your data and it's PayPal.
But they're not selling your data.
Why?
They're not selling your data.
What are you doing? Give it to me hard.
So
shatter my reality, because you take deep pleasure in this.
So they don't sell, and I don't take deep pleasure.
Just shallow pleasure.
Shallow pleasure.
Yeah.
That's the kind of pleasure I like. But yeah, they don't sell your data. Instead, they just replace data with their own data to earn commissions on every sale. Now,
I don't know what that means.
we're going to get into it real quick.
Have you done research?
I've done a little bit of research.
Like in your off time?
Yes.
I feel like...
Well, I fell down this rabbit hole of the honey pot. The honey trap, even.
It is a trap.
And I was going to tell you, but then I thought I'm going to save it.
Break my heart on Christmas Eve.
Yes.
Hit me.
So the honey pot scam, the honey scam is twofold. One being that honey is stealing literally millions and millions of dollars from the influencers that they pay to promote honey. So, you know how you're listening to a podcast, you're watching a YouTube video, and they have multiple ads. It'll be like, get 8 sleep, the mattress cover.
Blue
It reads
Chew.
get Blue Chew, get a boner.
Blue boner.
Turn your boners blue. It's amazing.
Yeah, the best kind.
And then they'll be like, honey, get the honey browser extension. It'll save you money. It'll scour the internet for the coupon codes, and it's going to show you the coupon codes. And then you can apply the most effective coupon code to save yourself money. And if it shows you that there's not a coupon code available, you can be rest assured that you have the best deal. Not true. Hardly any of that is true. And we'll get into it. So, also, here's what happens. The influencers promoting multiple products. They tell you, go to Athletic Greens. Go to Athletic Greens /OYBT to save 30% on your order and get 5 free sample packs.
Don't do that, though, because we don't have...
Yeah, that's not real. So you, as a listener, you're like, okay, you've convinced me to do that. So you go to athleticgreens.com /OYBT.
Are you saying every sponsorship is sham? Because you're not just talking about honey now.
No, we're only talking about honey right now.
Okay.
Because also these influencers who are paid to promote honey will promote. So now you have the honey browser extension, and you're going to buy another product that this influencer has told you about and convinced you to buy. What happens is you go to athleticgreens.com /OYBT. You go to checkout, but wait, I have a little pop-up from Honey to search for coupon codes. I'll click that.
Oh, so you're saying you don't use the original referral?
So what happens is Honey deletes the cookie from the OYBT referral code that you went there with.
Really?
Deletes the cookie, replaces it with their own referral code. Then they say, oh, you got the best discount of it. There's no coupon codes available.
You little fuckers.
So they are literally robbing the influencers and the other sources that send you to a product of commissions, which seems pretty bad.
Yeah.
But, I mean, they're still giving you a coupon code, right? They're still looking for coupon codes, right?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. They do.
Well, let's go over Honey's desire to form partnerships with retailers online.
Okay.
So let's say I'm Bob's Soap Company, and I have 2 options. I can either let Honey just do its thing, or I can sign up with Honey, and I have every incentive to do that as a retailer because I can then control, as a retailer, which coupon codes actually show up in the Honey platform. So let's say there's a 20% off coupon floating out there. I can tell Honey, don't show that. Show the 5% off coupon. So you as the consumer are under the illusion that Honey has scoured the internet for the best deal. It gives you the 5% off coupon code. Oftentimes it's like Honey 5. Because Honey then gets commission for that referral.
But sometimes I save $20.
So sometimes you do. And here's the third part of this fucked up thing. So part 1 is that Honey is stealing commissions by deleting cookies from referral codes from the actual referrers who got you there. Because at the end of the checkout process, they have a little pop-up in your browser saying, check, you check, boom, the old referral's gone. They were the last referral. They get commission on the sale. not the person who sent you there. The second part is that Honey partners with retailers to limit and restrict the coupon codes that you're actually able to see so that you're not actually getting the best deal, even though you think that you are. So you as the consumer think, I have the best coupon code. I'm not going to look anywhere else for any other coupon codes because I have the best one because Honey told me it did. But the retailer is just limited to your access to be able to see those other coupon codes. The third part of where this is fucked up is for the retailers who haven't partnered with Honey, they aggressively try to find the most impactful coupon code for the consumer, which sometimes can be detrimental to the business because they've issued maybe a 50% off friends and family coupon code. That gets leaked out. Honey says, oh, look, here that is. Want to not have people do that? Sign up as a partner with us and pay us.
Really?
So it is fucked all the way around.
Mobsters.
They're mobster evil fucks.
Mobsters.
I thought they were just stealing data.
I already hated PayPal.
That would have been baby balls.
Baby blue balls.
Baby blue chew
Blue bell
balls.
balls. Yeah.
But yeah, they're fucking everybody any way they can. So Honey is an evil thing. Do not download Honey. But if you do, make sure to go to honey.com/OYBT.
But don't do that.
Don't do that. That doesn't exist. And that's not even their website. So, but yeah, fuck Honey.
Why does everything have to be bad?
That one's real bad.
I feel sad now.
That one's
I'm
real
like
bad.
actually sad.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Ha ha ha.
This is a fun podcast. Because we're teaching you, we're giving you the hard truths.
Yeah.
With a dose of no laughter. There's no laughter along that.
There's no joy in
But
that.
there could be funny parts later.
Yeah. You could laugh at how terrible it is.
It is funny.
Yeah.
Kinda.
It's funny how evil it is.
Sinister.
Right.
And I feel sick inside, and I guess we'll keep podcasting.
Okay.
Do I just need to keep drinking?
Yes.
But then it goes two ways. Either it goes to aggression or crying.
Maybe both.
I have never cried on Oya Big Time. It could be, what? Did you just throw up in your mouth?
No, I just cried in my mouth again.
It sounds like you threw up a little bit. That's how disgusted you are with Honey. Well, I will say I am relieved that you aren't giving me truth. I thought you were about to go on about honey, like bees honey. Then how, like, I'm not allowed.
Oh, and also stealing honey from bees kills them, and that's why they're all dying.
Shut up.
That's not true.
But what is wrong with you?
You can safely take their honey. They're okay.
God damn it.
I'm sorry.
You're sick.
I didn't think you'd fall for that.
Well, of course I will. I believe everything you say. I just think you've watched TikTok videos and I'm not online, and you're just... Don't say that.
That's not true. Bees are fine.
Well, no, they're not.
They're not, but that's not why. We don't have to talk about all this bad stuff.
Yeah, this is supposed to be the fun Christmas episode.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. And Christmas is dead and coupons are
fake
lies.
And fucking everyone over. But the bees, the honey, you can eat their honey.
Well, isn't that something?
Well, thanks for listening to my honey brigade.
Thanks for sharing the horrors of the world.
Yes, that's what I'm here for.
In other news, you might be wondering, why the heck are you gone so long?
Yeah, we were gone for a long time.
Because we know everyone's just rechecking their feeds
refreshing.
All the time. Where the fuck is... I missed them. They're the best podcast on YouTube.
I just want to like their new video that they post, but it hasn't posted.
Good, loyal fan, and that's what a good loyal fan does.
And that's why I'm subscribed to their YouTube channel.
Yeah. But, well, we don't need to get into, but I spoke virtually at a medical conference.
Oh, yeah,
so
that's
that
right.
took up time.
It did.
We don't need to get into that. But my God, there's drama everywhere. There's drama everywhere, even in like this, you know what I mean? But that went well.
Great.
Very well received. Then we went to Europe. First time
That's my first time hopping the pond.
Hopping the pond. And that was for a while.
What do you mean?
2 weeks.
Yeah, we were gone for 2 weeks.
Too long.
Which is crazy.
Sorry, I'm gross. That's a gross thing for a lady to do.
No, it's okay. It was fine because we broke it up between Sweden and England.
London.
Yeah.
But we had a rough start, I would say. Do you remember?
Yes.
Because it seems like a long time ago.
So we splurged on our flight.
We went a little crazy.
Because we're going to be flying. We want to reduce jet lag. Let's get the sleeping seats.
About jet lag.
Yeah.
And my head, we don't need to get, but my head's going to be super fucked. So we need to sleep on this flight.
So we got the sleepy seats.
We got the sleepy seats.
Which lay you down.
Nice.
Not really.
Theoretically.
So these, like, you pay a lot of money for these seats.
I mean, yeah.
And the seat does recline all the way, but my toe, they go, at least in this configuration, it went into like a triangle where my toes, so like my feet are just smashed together, and you can't get comfortable like that.
Being a foot shorter than you was an advantage in this instance.
Yeah, you probably didn't have that problem.
I didn't, but I was sweaty the whole time.
But even then, I'd turn around, and like the cushioning on these seats isn't like mattress thick.
No, it's just an airplane seat.
So I'd get up to, go to the bathroom, and I see these massive men curled up on their side sleeping, and I couldn't fall asleep.
I think they were fake sleeping.
Think so?
Because we were sweating our balls off.
Yeah, it was too hot in the plane. But before this even happens, before we even take off.
Well, just to go back a teensy-weensy bit, I planned for my speech for this medical conference for 150 hours. And then I got COVID the day before. I had to leave.
Yeah.
Not good. COVID's bad. Not good. But during this, then I'm anxious because I'm sick. And then I'm like, am I going to be sick for travel and stuff? Because I was very tired. So then I'm like looking up on Reddit because I'm reading like they can kick you off the plane if you're coughing and, if they think you're sick, they'll kick you off.
That's not true.
I read a lot of things. They're allowed to do it if they think you're sick and contagious. Which is relevant to this because we had a very sick man in our section diagonal from me.
I don't even think he was sick.
This is up for debate.
He wasn't sick.
We'll never know.
He was a crybaby.
No,
he was scared of flying, but he wasn't sick.
But he was coughing.
Because he's vomiting, because he's so scared and crying.
Well, set the stage.
So we're sitting there.
Where we first see him.
We get all buckled in. And we notice off to the side, there's a man, and he's wavering back and forth. And there's a woman. She's like, it's okay. It's going to be okay. We're going to make it through. And he's like, and so he's like coughing and acting weird and crying. And so then they go to like the front of the plane.
Yeah.
And then, like, apparently he's vomiting and crying, and he's crying more, and he comes back and he's crying, and he's like vomiting at the seat, and people are like giving him stuff.
Like so much vomit.
So much
in
vomit.
His seat. So you're hearing the liquid.
And the woman with him, he's like, we're going to get through this. It's going to be fine. It's not that long. Like,
which it's like 12 hours or something.
So he's just scared himself to sick.
Something.
He scared himself to sick.
He was sick.
He wasn't sick. You don't just cry if you're sick.
I cry when I'm sick.
You cry when you're scared.
Not mutually exclusive.
As a man, you cry when you're scared.
Because this is a man-woman, we just have different perspectives, which is fine. It's entirely possible it was fear-induced.
I think it was purely fear.
But it's time to take off to go to the Netherlands.
Yeah.
And we're not moving because they're like on the phone with the medic. And they're like, okay, we're going to get you Zofran. And then they're like giving a medication and they're just waiting and waiting. And the reason I mentioned the kicking off the plane thing is because he was coughing a lot.
He was coughing.
So like by all accounts, it's like kick this man off the plane.
But to me, it sounded like, like you're trying to not vomit.
Maybe. Well, I just say kick him off.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they don't know if he's sick.
As soon as anyone starts crying on the plane, you're out of here.
But I think because this is a classism thing, I think because we're in the fancy lay down, not that comfortable part of the plane, that we're just like, because they're like, we're just waiting, like the flight attendants.
For so long.
They literally were just
I think we ended up taking off an hour.
We did.
Later, because of this man. And so he's coughing, he's crying, he's vomiting, and this woman's patting him on the back for an hour.
And my like compassion threshold is much higher. Like you're texting our friend Alex, who we traveled with.
Yeah.
And you guys are immediately like, I hope he dies.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh my God, you guys, like he's having a hard time, you know? But then as it progresses, I start to reach my, you know, because I'm a little defensive of him because I'm a sick person. But then I'm like, it sounds like he's contagious. And then I'm getting mad. And then they're waiting for him to voluntarily decide to leave. And then I reach my threshold when they're like, all right, he's elected. And they made sure to say, like, the passenger has elected himself to leave the flight.
I can't tell you the tension in the plane from people all throughout every end of this plane, especially in the section we were in.
Yes.
The tension that was caused from the restraint necessary to not say, good, fuck him, get him off the fucking plane. Get out of here, you fucking piece of shit. Cry, baby, go cry in the fucking airport, you piece of shit. Get a hotel room, get a taxi to London, you fucking idiot. That's what it took. The tension from us not doing that was palpable.
But there was a lot of tension. But my heart is still with this man at this time.
Yeah.
But then they're like, all right, so he's elected to get off the plane, but we have to get his luggage off the plane because he checked in bags. So you're going to have to wait another 20 minutes.
He checked a bag. So now, not only does he have to get off the plane, they have to like rerun the tarmac to the door and they have to get him out. They have to send somebody into the undercarriage of the plane. Mm-hmm. Fucking with a flashlight, just looking around.
For his nondescript bag.
Right. And
then they're like quite unapologetic because people had to reschedule their connecting flights. I don't think they handled that. They're just like, yeah, you're going to miss some of your flights, but just talk to us at the gate when we land.
This guy gets to ruin a bunch of people's travel.
Their Thanksgivings.
Because he's a sad, sick man.
Like, what? You know what I mean?
Like, even if he's sick, or if he's scared, you know you're both of those things before you get on the plane.
And certainly you don't want to be trapped on a death machine of turbulence for whatever, 12 hours or whatever it is.
But he believed in himself.
Yeah.
Even though he was very wrong. Whatever he believes in is wrong. If you ever want to find out what is right and wrong in the world, find this man and ask him what he believes in.
You remember what he looks like?
Vaguely, yeah. Weak, frail, thin.
Mormon, kind of.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was just, it's always remarkable when I read, because I do have a high threshold. So when I enter that zone of hatred, it's kind of an unknown territory for me. You get to be mad all the time because it's like your brand. But me, when I'm mad, it's like, I don't know this part of myself and I'm a little startled. But you're like, welcome.
Yeah.
Welcome to the fun side.
This is fun.
This is what humanity is.
It's fun.
We all hate each other and it's fun while I'm trying to maintain the peace all the goddamn time.
Yeah, don't do that. Just be mad.
Yeah, it's much easier just to be hateful.
Yeah.
We promote that on Oh Yeah Big Time.
Be hateful with Oh Yeah Big Time.
Yes.
We're going to make a shirt that says that.
Yeah.
But so he gets off the plane. We're on this plane. I'm trying to sleep. It's too hot. My feet are trapped in. It's like what are those Chinese ladies where they have to
binding?
Yeah, it's like this binding of my feet together in the lay down part of the plane. And I know it's like, oh, how dare you complain? But it's like
we can complain.
You can complain. You paid money for extra comfort. That's what the money's for.
Because it's one thing if we just can afford, like we've gone into tremendous debt for this.
Yeah, we went out of our way. We've harmed her. This was reckless and not good.
Like this is very bad what we've done.
So we've put ourselves in a bad situation financially just to put our feet into binding torture heat chambers where you can't sleep.
Yeah.
So we get out of the plane once it lands.
In Amsterdam.
So we're running on fumes. We have no sleep. At all.
I need 8 to 9 hours to function.
So we land in Amsterdam, we get off the plane, and we have how long of a layover?
I don't know, because he ruined our layover.
Yeah, he did. He made our layover an hour shorter.
3 hours, and I'm spending the whole flight trying to figure out how I'm going to get a little sleep hotel.
So we land, we get to the airport. Leah's found that we have access through these tickets, our plane tickets. We have access to the Delta Lounge.
Or the KLM.
whatever. It doesn't matter.
Oh,
it's all booked through.
I'm sorry.
We have access to a lounge. You don't have to apologize. We have access to a lounge.
Yeah.
And within the lounge, they have these little pods that you can sleep in, that you can reserve.
Bunk beds.
So we reserve these. I gotta say, we walk into this lounge, first of all, and it's like the most cheerful morning that you could fathom.
It was like the Truman Show.
It was.
It was wonderful. It was a fictitious reality that I was happy to be a part of.
It felt like it was all staged just to make us okay.
Right, just to keep us from like really freaking out.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we get these pods. We have to get separate ones. They won't let us sleep in the same one because they're worried we'll do stuff.
Forking.
With our Blue Chew. Go to ohyeahbigtime.tv/Blue Chew. They're worried that we're gonna, do stuff. So we have to sleep in separate rooms. But we go in these pods, and this was the most magical
came out
sleep.
A new man.
That was the best sleep I've ever had.
Yeah, you were like, because I got nothing.
Yeah, you didn't sleep. You just watched weird television.
Yeah, I watched weird Dutch TV, but you are like, I was so happy for you.
So if you ever have the chance in the Amsterdam airport to go into the KLM lounge and get a nap pod, I think this is the most pleasure you could have as a person.
Honestly, any part of that airport is so charming and delightful. I could stay in that airport for days.
That whole airport is the most amazing airport.
It gave me a very pleasurable view of Amsterdam.
Like, now I want to go to Amsterdam, and I don't even know if I want to
Go
leave the airport.
Yeah.
I just want to go to the airport. I'll stay in the nap pods. We'll just have a great time in this airport.
for a week and then come home.
I could live in there.
Because that's where we were introduced to Fanta.
That is.
European Fanta.
So we get out of our sleep pods, and because we're in this lounge, they have free sodas and free food and stuff, which they have that at other lounges, like the Delta Lounge in the US.
But it's not
They have that, but it's just shitty. It's like the continental breakfast at a hotel.
Yeah, no love.
There's no love. It's like here's a croissant.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This place, they had the most amazing food. They had free sodas. It was delicious. We get a Fanta.
A yellow Fanta.
And it's yellow.
What the heck is this?
It's yellow. Pull up a picture of United States Fanta.
There.
So on the left we have United States Fanta. This is the Fanta color you're used to seeing.
It's neon orange.
This is a fake
Poisonous.
flavored poison soda. And we all know, no one buys Fanta and thinks anything remotely real is in that drink in the United States.
No.
So we get Fanta at this Amsterdam airport, and it's the color you see on the right.
Orange juice.
This is just orange juice, right?
Yeah.
Why is this not
Why they
Fanta?
put orange juice in the Fanta machine?
We drink it. And let me tell you, this began a new quest for us. Because the rest of our trip in Europe was all about Fanta.
It's all I care about. It's all I care about now.
I'm looking up how we can get European Fanta here in the US.
Yeah.
It's like $80 for a 24 pack. I'm like, how can I rationalize this
Christmas.
Christmas.
This is our Christmas.
To ourselves.
Because we don't get each other gifts, so we got to just get Fanta for the family.
But this Fanta, it's basically just carbonated orange juice.
Different ingredients, no dyes.
It's a completely different drink. It's not even the same drink.
No.
They shouldn't even call it the same thing here.
No. It's a disgrace to the real Fanta.
So we get on our flight from Amsterdam to Sweden, to Stockholm. And we get they give us a bottle of water. So I go to open the bottle. And this is a bottle of the real Fanta, by the way.
We brought home quite a few Fantas. Yeah.
But so I go to open the bottle.
Yes.
And what do you think is going to happen next as an American person?
You're going to take off the lid and lose it.
No. The lid is attached.
The Europeans
to the bottle.
Attach their lids.
And so at first, my American brain, which became a trend throughout Europe,
Yes.
my American brain, when taking this off, it was like, what the fuck was this?
Don't you
goddamn-"
dare.
No, I wouldn't dare. No, but yeah, my reaction was to fucking chill. This should be off
Yeah,
of here.
you think you can leave
I
this on?
unscrewed you. That's what American
That's
brain
American
said.
brain.
And
Don't
that was,
tell me what to fucking do with
Yeah.
this lid.
I'm gonna throw it on the fucking ground if I want to.
Yeah.
But it didn't even occur to me that like that was intentional.
Right. I was like, I got a broken bottle.
Yeah, they fucked my bottle
Yeah,
up.
idiots. These Europeans.
Stupid fucking
Don't
Europeans.
even know how to disconnect a lid when it's unscrewed.
But this makes way more sense because you open the bottle.
And then put it back on.
You don't have to worry about what you're doing with this lid. You have to hold it in your fucking hand.
But American brain, like people we have told this because we're excited about this revelation. The people we've told are like,
Oh, they don't want it
that's
to get
so
missing from the
annoying
bottle.
that the lid's going to be in your
They
way.
want it to be recycled together.
Yeah, that's like a recycling ploy.
Like, who cares? This is actually more convenient.
Yeah, like we're so triggered to be oppressed. You know, where it's just like the lid is like a threat. It's just like, no, this is a great way to live.
It's a better
and we'll
system.
never adopt it.
No, that will never happen
Yeah, because
here.
it's like, you can't tell me what to do with my lid, you piece of shit. And it's just like, no.
Yeah, so that was something that I loved. I love Fanta. I love the bottles.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fantastic. Fantastic.
Fantastic. But we went to Sweden
Yeah.
for Thanksgiving to see my best friend.
Amen.
I have a
Well, you went there to get a tattoo.
Yeah. But I got to see my best friend in Sweden. And that was very exciting for us.
Great.
Isn't that fascinating? It's just... Didn't you think that sounded crazy?
No, it's because there's a noise gate.
Oh.
And your claps were too
Should we just
soft to
end the
break through.
podcast?
Yes. Goodbye. Thank you.
Well, I got to spend time with my best friend for a day and a half in Sweden, which was hard to know what to do in a day and a half. But we went to, I don't know, we wandered around. But we went to like the palace.
Like the King's Castle.
King's Castle, because they still have the monarchy or something. And we were having a good time.
So we're having a great time. We're walking around Sweden, looking at all these amazing historic build. Like when you go, like stuff in the U.S. that's old is cool,
But it's like barely
but the
old.
stuff here that's really old is like an old cabin.
Right.
Like that's the really old
Like,
stuff,
ooh.
and what was left over from the Tartarian Empire. But
Yes.
in Europe,
It's really old.
it's really old. So when you're looking at this old fucking building
Yeah.
that like is tiny because no one back then needed space. It's tiny, it's cramped, and it's this old. So we're walking around and everything's old and charming and wonderful. We're drinking what was this stuff?
Glug?
We're drinking glug because we're in Sweden.
Yeah.
Bad name, good drink.
Great name.
We're buying little Christmas ornaments.
The Christmas markets.
Yeah.
We saw the changing of the guard on accident.
On accident, we saw the changing of the guard,
And we knew it was pointless, but we couldn't resist.
yeah, we had already committed to finding out what it was.
Yeah.
So we're having a truly fantastic day. The
Magical.
weather is great. It's like
It
sunshine.
was sunny.
And in Sweden this time of year, that doesn't happen.
It doesn't, the sun does not, but the sun goes down at 3 and it does not show itself.
Right. And the rest of the trip,
for
it
us.
basically didn't. But this day it did. It was a beautiful day. So we're like wandering around. We're like, what's this? It's a big castle. So we go into the castle to get a tour of the King's Castle.
Yes.
And it's fine. It's really beautiful. Again, it's just cool to see such old
Like
architecture.
stonework from, I don't know how old, but like 1,000 years ago or something.
So we go through the castle, we meander through this whole thing, and we're kind of getting towards the last legs of the castle trip. And we're walking through, and we're going through the royal apartments, which are
Where they
like big dining halls and sleeping quarters and all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Super cool. And throughout the whole thing, there's little signs that are like, don't touch the historic stuff.
Only in English, by the way.
Yeah, only in English.
My Swedish friend pointed out that do not touch is only in English and does not need to be said to the Swedes.
But to the Americans, it does, which to me, like, it's obvious. Like, you don't touch stuff.
Right, but it must be said, apparently.
So we're walking through, not touching anything.
No.
Minding her,
Resisting
looking.
American brain?
Not even resisting at this point.
Okay.
I had already adapted. Because people in Sweden don't know if I'm a Swede or an American.
That's true.
They think there's a chance I'm a Swede.
There's a chance.
Which is the most flattering compliment I've ever received.
Absolutely.
So we're walking through and looking through these rooms. And then all of a sudden I turn around and there's this man just like staring at me
weirdly. A very
weirdly.
red face.
Like beet red, staring at me strangely. So I'm like,
hello.
Hello. And he's like, English or Swedish? I'm like,
your heart stopped because you're just like, oh my God.
You think there's a chance that I could be a Swede?
You could have kissed him on the mouth right there.
Mwah.
Yeah.
Mwah. And then he says, what did he said? Just please don't. He's like, please don't touch anything.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, I didn't touch anything. And he's like, you touched the wall. And I was like, thank you, and just kept walking. But it was a really weird interaction.
Yeah,
I can't stress to you how strange it was.
Because it was just this is a very, very timid man that has been working up the courage for
at least 10 minutes. Yeah. He's been back there like, come on, you can do this. You can do this. And like he had a coworker that's like, he's not going to beat you up. He's just going to say, okay.
Yeah.
And he's like, I don't know.
He could be an American. Yeah.
Can we listen over the cameras to see what language he's... But yeah, so he comes to me and he's just like staring at me. He's beet red.
It was just the most timid confrontation of all time.
But like, I didn't fucking touch anything.
We could not... That changed your whole world.
From there on, my time in Sweden altered.
Right.
It went from sunny days and glory skies.
To the accused.
To I am the accused. I am the persecuted.
Yeah.
I am hated here.
Which I have a theory. Because my friend's husband he's
a tall man.
Certifiable giant.
Yeah, he's
like
a very tall person.
7, maybe?
He's got to be close to 7 feet tall. Yeah.
He's very tall and he's tall. He ran into a door on accident. I think that the man came to talk to him and did not realize from the security footage that it was a tall man.
Maybe the guy's boss is like, you got to go talk to them. Because he ran into that door and he's like, okay.
But then
he gets there and he's like, I'm not going to say anything to the tall man.
I'll just talk to the Swede.
I'll talk to the Swede because he's my brother.
Yeah. Little does he know this deeply impacted you. You took it very personally because it doesn't feel good to be accused of something you have not done.
Yeah, just the rest of the day. I mean, I still have etched in my brain his face. For the rest of the day, I just expected him to pop up anytime.
Yeah, every time you
to accuse me of something.
Social rule in Sweden.
Excuse me, please do not rape. I didn't rape anybody.
Yes,
I saw you. It's like, okay,
makes you question because would a Swede lie is really the underlying thing. Is makes you question your reality because they're so. I don't want to say superior, but superior.
They're better, yeah. They're pure.
I find them deeply, deeply intimidating.
I don't find them intimidating. I find them just.
I do because it's I want them to like me.
That's not intimidating, though.
It is when you're insecure. You have to emulate an insecure person.
But I thought maybe my American brain got the best of me, and maybe I did touch. So I'm like,
You didn't touch.
I didn't fucking touch anything.
Mm-mm.
I was respectful. So
fuck you.
Yeah.
But he was so nervous, poor guy. But we love Sweden. We love the superior. We don't have to talk about Hitler. That's what he wanted.
That's what he wanted.
And
is that so bad?
He didn't want the Germans.
Right.
You know what I mean?
He wanted Sweden.
Sweden is just It's pure. I mean, it's very homogenous, and they look the part. They're just great.
It's a clean place.
The children are great.
The food is good.
They're like well-behaved children, and they wear little vests.
The most well-behaved
when they're on like
children.
school trips, and they're like respectful and kind and smart. I don't know because they weren't speaking to me, but I got that.
This is all.
They don't let you take pictures of children at playgrounds. Can you imagine if we had signs that are like no photos at playgrounds?
Yeah, they'd still be sneaking them. Yeah, they'd still be sneaking the photos of the children.
In Sweden?
No, maybe.
No,
I'm just saying
we could never have those signs.
No,
like
right.
It's like the most sensible thing to not let predators on the playground. But that's the thing about Sweden is they're just very practical and just like, you know.
I like that. Sweden, this is all Hitler wanted. That's like their tagline.
Right. And they're not condoning Hitler. It's
No.
just that they are perfect.
They're perfect people.
They're perfect.
And it's not because of their race.
They're just sensible.
It's because they all are the same person.
It's like,
If you see a Swede, you look at them and you know they're Swedish.
yeah. And they're related.
And they're all related.
Yeah.
And that's beautiful.
I mean, they had like crown jewels there.
Yeah.
And I was like, how much? Because I looked up how much the ones in the Britain are worth. And it's just like, oh, they're invaluable. Like the Swedish crown jewels are invaluable because we're never going to sell them. So why would we have them appraised?
We don't know how much they're worth
That
because
sums up Sweden.
we don't. Why would we get them appraised?
Yeah,
We're not going to sell
this
these.
It's not about money. And they have rules about dogs, which again, your American brain kind of kicked in.
Oh yeah, your friend who's
Yeah,
Swedish. She's like, so you. It's a lot of responsibility to have a dog here because there's certain rules in place for owning a dog.
Yeah, like culturally, it's seen as a huge responsibility, and you can't kennel for more than I think 4 or 6 hours or something like that.
And what is the other rule?
With dogs?
Yeah, there's like another one. You like have to walk them.
Yeah, they have to there's something.
And you can't kennel them for more than 4 hours or something like that at a
Yeah.
time. And my American brain, I was just immediately like, how do they fucking know?
Yeah.
How do they know how long you're kenneling your dog?
Like you don't even want to kennel your dog, but you like want to out of spite.
But if I moved to Sweden, I would fucking do it for 4.5 hours
Yeah,
or whatever,
just
just beyond the limit. It'd be like, I fucking did it.
Yeah.
I can do whatever I want.
There's nothing you can do about
It's
it.
my dog, and I'll torture it if I want to.
Right. But they don't have homeless dogs
Yeah, they
because
don't.
they're so great. They have to import dogs, homeless dogs, and they have to import trash because they burn trash for energy and have it in like a contained way that's not just like totally poison air. So then after we saw my friend, I got a tattoo for 21 hours and 2 days on very little sleep in a very uncomfortable chair and the most painful experience of my life. It was amazing.
Yeah, your butt hurt more than the tattoo.
Yeah, the tattoo, like the arm didn't feel great.
Sitting down for a long time is very painful.
You've complained of this before. I've never experienced it.
It's awful.
Like ever.
Like your ass and your lower back just feel like they're being bludgeoned.
And I'm trying to be on my good behavior because he's not born, but he's technically a Swede. I'm trying to be on my best behavior, you know? So I'm trying not to move, but every time he turns to get ink, I have to like readjust.
Arch your back to
I'm
lift
in
your ass
so
off the seat.
much pain. I almost quit after the first day. I was like, I can just have one dog.
But why don't you show off your tattoo?
Oh. I don't know if you can see it from that far, but
Oh, yeah, there you go. Twist your arm so we can see it.
how?
Like that.
Doesn't-
You have to like rotate your chair a little.
Like that?
There you go.
Can you see it?
We can see that it's there.
Can you see there's a tattoo?
Yes.
Can you see 21 hours of laborious?
It looks
Love?
great. It turned out fantastic.
It turned out great, and I wish the artist could. He's got that humility / self-loathing.
Well, you were like, it's perfect. And he's like, nothing's perfect.
Yeah, everything I said, he kind of contradicted. Not to be an asshole, it's just how he's just very, takes things very seriously. So it's just like, no, nothing is perfect. And it's like, but it is. He's like, no.
Then you were like, it's perfect to me. And he's like, okay, fine.
I guess. But he was great. I somehow found the only tattoo artist in the universe that's quieter than me. And I didn't have Wi-Fi.
Not just tattoo artist, person, human
Yes.
being.
Yes. He whispers everything, which I have finely attuned ears for, but I didn't have Wi-Fi, so I did like probably 100 Sudokus during this time. He doesn't like to have people. You couldn't be there, so I was by myself the whole time. I went through a real journey. And then we had a kind of a freak out.
Well, we get to London.
Yeah.
And this is days after you've peeled off sort of the wrapping on the tattoo.
Yeah.
And we're like walking around. We go to the Tower of London.
It was Harry Potter Day.
Was it Harry Potter Day?
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I was bundled up all day.
All right. Yeah.
So I hadn't moisturized at all. We get back to the Airbnb and I take off my shirt. Yeah, I pull up my shirt to take off.
Hey, you pull up your sleeve.
And
it looks like the whole tattoo is coming off. Like I've had tattoos. You've had tattoos.
Yeah.
They've peeled.
But this
looked like the tattoo was peeling off of you, and what was left under was a bare, untattooed skin.
Yes, because it's gonna peel, but you looked under and there was no
ink.
Like truly, got that light out, and it was just like, this is totally.
It's like he applied a fake layer of skin on your real skin, tattooed that, and then just peeled off the fake skin.
Boy,
and burnt it.
Did I spiral?
You spiral.
And I feel validated to know that you were panicked because you keep your cool.
I do. But when I saw it, it was like, her tattoo is coming off. I don't understand how this is happening.
Yeah. Because then, of course, I read the worst Reddit. All the Reddit things I read are like, tattoo artists didn't do it deep enough, because people with similar things, right? They're like, the artist didn't go deep enough. So I'm like, holy shit. I'm fucking wuss. So he didn't. Or, you know what I mean? He didn't go deep enough because I was showing too many signs of pain or something. And his portfolio is so good. And I'm the first person that he fucks up and my whole arm's peeling off and there's no skin. My God, panic attack over this arm. I did not anticipate to have real tears. But it's just like, what am I going to do with this arm?
Well, and it wasn't like all of it. It was like patches. So if the whole thing peeled off, it'd have been like, fuck.
Well, I missed all of it.
But this was going to turn into a monstrosity error on your arm.
Yes.
It looked like.
And I can't sit through that ever again. If I knew how painful, I wouldn't have gotten the tattoo because I was outside of my pain threshold. So that was a moment that bonded us because there was frozen yogurt waiting.
And I did not eat the frozen yogurt.
And you didn't eat it and you wanted to and I wanted to.
I actually do. I wasn't thinking. I was trying to figure out how we could solve this.
Best husband, so cute. My God, just frozen yogurt melting. And then I said, you can eat your yogurt. And you're like, but I'm here with you right now. And I felt like I was in the Notebook.
You don't tell them I say sweet stuff.
He was so sweet. He is so precious. I can't even handle it. Let them know. No. This shell is all an act. He's a softie. Just for me. He wants everyone else to. Well, no, the passenger. You're precious, and I love you, and it's Christmas.
Thank you. It is Christmas, and we love each other.
Please,
and we love the lights.
It was like the most bonding moment of our marriage, next to some other things. Basically, for me.
Yeah, that was a good one.
Yeah, but my arm didn't peel off. My arm didn't peel off.
Yeah, it's fine now. It looks great. So
people with tattoos are like, you fucking idiot. But I'm telling you, there was no ink under. There was there can't be buried. If there's no ink on this layer, then there couldn't be some on the one under because.
But now it's back.
Yeah.
It just didn't. Yeah, I don't know what happened.
Nobody knows what happened. But that was Sweden, and we love Sweden.
Yeah. So you got your tattoo. Mm-hmm. It all turned out great.
Yes.
It looks great.
Thank you.
That's great. Everything's great.
Everything's wonderful.
So we leave Stockholm and we go to London, England.
Yeah.
And we land there and there are no signs. Airports don't.
Bad airport.
Bad airport. And this isn't the only airport that's like that. But airports just don't think they need signs.
Mm-hmm.
Because everything's different. You go outside this is arrivals. So you go down to the next level and this is buses only. I have to cross a bus lane to get to a different lane. Oh, this is pickups from family members only. And you're like, what?
No
and
friends.
No friends. And so you go back in and you're like, where are the Uber lines?
Yeah, there's no signs to. You see the sign once you've arrived to the location.
And they're like, you're going to have to go up the escalator, then back down that same escalator. You're going to go outside, back inside, up the escalator that you went up and down. And then you're going to go back up that. And you're going to cross over outside. There's going to be a man named Jim. He's smoking a cigarette. Tell him to stop. It's not legal to do it within 50 feet of a door.
Kill him.
And so they give you all these instructions on how, but none of this is real. And then you finally get to a line. You're like, oh, this is the friends line, but I'm not. I'm just looking for the Uber line.
Yeah.
So they're like, okay, you're gonna go back down the escalator, go back up it again, then go back down, go back outside, scream, ah! And then go back in, go up the escalator, cross the street. That's the friend line. Keep going to the parking garage. So you go into the parking garage. You're going to go down 2 levels. Then you're going to go down another level. Then you're going to go back up 1 level. You're going to cross over to another set of stairs. The stairs are red. Go up the red stairs. You're going to see a door to another parking garage. It's going to look like it's to another parking garage, but when you enter that door, it's going to put you back at the beginning of that same parking garage you were in. You know how like in Mario when you run off screen in a pipe level and you come back on the other side? It's like that. And then you're going to cross into the same parking garage again. For a moment, you're going to see your own back. Don't get scared. Keep walking. And then you're going to see a van. Walk through the van. Trust me, it's going to work. Then you're going to walk through the van. You're going to get to an elevator. You're going to take the elevator up 2 floors in the parking garage where you get out, and that is where you'll see a little hammock. Get in the hammock, rock back and forth 3 times, no more than 3 times. Then get out of the hammock. Now you're in a different parking garage. It's magic. Now you're going to walk through a little hallway, and then you're going to be at the Uber line.
How did you just make all that up?
I didn't. That's literally the instructions to get to the Uber
read them,
line.
Yeah.
So it's impossible to get to these Uber and
We did follow
Lyft.
the instructions.
We did.
All those. We went through the hammock
We did
3
all
times.
of it. It's impossible. So finally we did get there. This takes longer than our flight from Sweden. Not literally, but it felt like it.
Basically.
So we finally get there after all of that. And like no airport in the world has figured out, before they knew about ride shares, the airports, everything was fine. Because you just went to the departures area.
Yeah.
The same place that your mom comes and gets you. The same place that your boyfriend comes and hugs you when you get back from Japan.
Yeah.
That's where they used to pick you up.
Not so.
But now they figured out that these things exist, so they want to make a special section for them. But these special sections all work a little differently. And at this one in London, what's it called? The Hartfan Airport?
London Heathrow, so yes.
London Heathrow, Hartfan Airport, yes.
Same thing.
This one works. Nobody knows how it works. It's a tiny little roped off area in the middle of a parking garage where a line of cars drives around
aimlessly,
and you're supposed to just guess which one's yours.
Yeah.
So you call an Uber.
Yes, because we're told this is the best way to, because we got too much luggage for the train and taxis are expensive. So this is our exchange, may I tell you?
Yeah, read the exchange. Do you want me to show it?
No.
Okay.
I wrote it. Because we're at Terminal 2, which is what the Uber app says to be at Terminal 2.
Yes.
So he's like, I'm here. Come to Terminal 3. And I said, oh, no, I'm at 2. Once, hold on, 'cause clearly we're in the wrong place. And he's like, oh, no, that's what I meant. He's like, can't find you. I'm in a purple jacket standing at row H. He says, do you have headphones? I said, not wearing them, no. Are you in row H? He says, I am wearing white chamber.
So this is our first sign that this may be a satanic
Yes.
Ritual.
Yes.
A satanic, like a seance saying.
And then a similar thing where he's like, still trying to coordinate where we are. And then the same thing, he said white chamber again.
He just kept saying white chamber after a certain point.
Like, he's like, I'm in white chamber. And he wasn't. He was in like a gray
I'm wearing white chamber.
SUV. I was like, jumper? Or like...
Is white chamber a code word?
And I'm still...
Am I supposed to have a child with me to give to you right now?
Hey, do you need an offering?
Yeah, what is going on?
I got properly spooked. I'm not kidding. So we're like, we have to leave. Instead of
it's not only that, we could not find the guy.
No,
he could not find us. And this was a tiny area.
And he's got very low effort because this is a small area.
Yeah. He just saw a person who was wearing headphones and said, maybe that's her. Are you wearing headphones?
No. White chamber.
I'm in a white chamber.
I want to know what it meant, and I did not get that clarification. But then I was like, I don't want to run into white chamber. We have to go. We can't, because our friend's like, just call another Uber, idiots. I was like, no, because white chamber's here.
Well, the problem is you don't want to run the risk of canceling that one and then getting white chamber again.
Right. And I don't want white chamber to see because I told him what I'm wearing.
Right. So we just booked it for the taxi line.
Yeah, because we're like, I don't want to be in this cult or whatever satanic ritual is happening.
Yeah, I don't want to have my throat cut out.
Yeah, not today.
And fed to babies who are forced to eat me.
In the white chamber.
Yeah. So we get in the taxi.
Just what are you supposed to do with that exchange? You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, clearly this person is deranged.
I don't want to live in this world.
But this is when it reveals, like, so we go and get a taxi, and he's like, get in.
Yeah.
Welcome to London. Have you ever been here before? And we're just like, no, thanks for it. Well, it's just gonna be a quick ride to the King's Landing.
Yes.
And so we get in the taxi, and he's nice, he's friendly, he's jovial, but he doesn't talk too much. He's a professional. Versus Mr. Are you wearing headphones? The white chamber. I'm in the white chamber. You in the headphones? I'm wearing the white chamber. You wear the white chamber next time. It's just like,
yes.
It's one is an amateur who is going to kill you, and the other is a professional guy who has a wife and kids.
Right.
And who eats stew for dinner.
Right. Who do you want? I'm sick of this freelance world, let me tell you. No more Airbnbs, no more Ubers.
Yeah, because then we get to our Airbnb.
Yeah, which, like, wasn't a self-check-in, which I know first world, but it's like, which... You always can check in now with just a little code.
Yes.
But it's like, well, we have to come meet you. And then there was a hubbub about, but we meet him.
And this guy, he's like this tall Russian man named Yuri. That wasn't his name, but I don't...
That was your name for him.
Yeah.
It was Sergio, I think.
Yuri.
But yeah, you just refused to call him by his name.
But he's giving us a tour of this Airbnb, which... There's rooms.
Yeah.
There's a kitchen. There's a bathroom. We are all human beings who have lived on planet Earth in the 21st century.
Yeah.
You don't need to explain to me what a room, like what a bathroom.
Didn't even help.
He's like, there's two bathrooms. There's one bathroom, no shower, one bathroom shower, so you can use bathroom when she shower.
Lots of jokes about the bathroom and like ruined marriages over bathrooms.
Yes.
And, like, you guys don't have to fight because you got two like he really like.
Yes.
You can make one, but he really.
My friend Slovy wife leave him because he used bathroom too much. And it's just like, okay, Yuri.
We get it.
We get it. I know. He's like, you can use heat. There are two ways to use heat. You turn up the heat and you go, oh, it's too hot. And then you turn off the heat. It's like, okay, Yuri, yes. He's like, there's back door. But he's just showing us stuff.
Without even showing us where, like, hidden. Like, show me where the washing machine, because I didn't know the washing machine's in the kitchen.
The washing machine's in the kitchen. So
that's something you could tell me that I don't know as a person that,
Right. You need to be like, there's refrigerator.
Right.
It keeps your food cold. Like, okay, fine.
He's like really friendly, but also abrasive.
Yes. Like nudging and...
Yeah.
Like, it's like, I don't need... But then he's like, I am here for 2 more minutes. Do you have question about London?
And he's like, please ask. You have a local, like...
This is your one opportunity. You have local here.
And I don't have questions, but it seems like he's excited to share knowledge.
So we're like, okay, so maybe, so you're like inventing a question very clearly to ask him.
Yeah, I just ask, like, is there...
Like, oh, what's your favorite like spot to eat around here? And he's, this is London. There is so much food to eat.
Well, no, he acted like I wasn't kind of dumb because he's like, oh, this isn't like America. We don't have neighborhoods.
Oh, yeah.
here.
You're like, what's your favorite restaurant in the neighborhood? And
Yeah,
he's like, this is not like America. I live in Phoenix 10 years. This is not like America. We do not have neighborhood here. We have zone. You are in zone 14.
It's just like, I'm just wondering if I can walk somewhere, you know? Is there somewhere within 5 minutes that I can eat?
Right.
I don't even care. It just seemed like you wanted to share
He
something.
never answered the question about restaurants.
He never did. He's just like, there's too many. And then it's like, well, then what do you want me to ask you? I just hate like you're prompting me to ask a question and then you're annoyed that it has been asked.
Right.
It's like, what do you want from me, Yuri?
This is your one opportunity, stupid American.
Yeah. He wasn't interesting. He like worked. It was Cheyenne. He's just like a professional fighter, but also like a hunting guy. He's just like, what is your life? I wanted to ask him about that, but yeah, he wanted to just be local tour guide.
Yeah.
But also like, don't ask us any questions because we're not a hotel, please.
Yeah, he made sure to stress that. But so the Airbnb, not only do we have to wait and deal with fucking Yuri showing us bathrooms, Airbnbs have this thing that they can do where they buy like the cheapest furniture possible that is barely that when you're in person looking at it, you can tell that it's shit.
Yeah.
But in a picture,
very misleading.
adjust the contrast, adjust the definition and the sharpness and the colors
the
a little
springs
bit.
of the bed.
And it's passable. It looks nice.
It looks really nice.
So what we get in the bed is like weirdly uncomfortable. None of the TVs work. One of them is completely broken. The other television is literally from 2010.
Because DJ has to know.
Yeah,
He's
I
need
looked
to
in the
know
back of the model number, looked it up. It's a 2010 TV connected to a 2011 Virgin cable box, which Virgin doesn't even do that anymore.
not
They've
connected
sold
to
off that
anything.
part of the business to someone else. So the cable box doesn't fucking work.
I mean, this thing is ancient.
The TV doesn't work.
I hooked it up with HDMI, but if you try to hook up the audio,
It just stopped working.
it skips to the next show.
That's
which doesn't even, the mechanics of that doesn't even make sense. We're going back in time, very confused.
So my point is this: with Uber, with Lyft, you get your white chambers.
Mm-hmm.
With Airbnb, you get your Uris
And your TiVos.
and your Virgin non-existent cable box from 2011. We got to stop with this share economy.
It's the Wild West. There's no standards.
There's no standards. There's no guarantee that things are going to be fine.
No.
When you get a taxi, when you get a hotel, they have every reason to make sure you have a fantastic experience.
Capitalism. That's what capitalism's supposed to be.
That's where good capitalism comes into play.
There is no capitalism of Airbnb because they just delete their listing and make a new one.
Yeah, that's exactly what they do.
Yeah.
So we got to stop doing that stuff. So we get settled. We get in this shitty Airbnb, which it turned out to be okay, fine.
Great.
It wasn't great. But then we meet up with our friend Alex, who also went to London.
To spend time with us.
Yeah, great time. And we went to the Arsenal soccer game.
Yeah.
Which I don't know why or how this happened, but I ended up using the Arsenal arena bathroom. I think more than any bathroom in London. And we were only there a few times.
And we don't need to get into it, but it sounded when it rose. It was really traumatizing.
What?
On game day?
Oh, yeah.
It rose in a way I have never heard mentioned before, but we could leave it at that, I guess.
But yeah, it was a great trip. Ironically, I know if you're ever in London and so first of all, in the UK, they don't just have a cup of coffee. You can't just get a cup of coffee. And people say, what are you talking about? They have coffee there. No. They have espresso drinks. They have lattes. They have Americanos. They have cappuccinos. You can't just get a cup of coffee in London. If you ask for that, they're like, what do you want? Like latte, espresso. And it's like, no, I just want, you can't get that. But I did find one place.
Yes.
Where you can get a cup of coffee. And God damn it, it's the best cup of coffee in the world. We walk into this place because I just like panic looking for coffee. We walk into this place. I didn't even realize what it was called. It's called the Titanic Cafe. And we realized that because everything inside the Titanic Cafe is themed from Titanic, not just the movie, the ship.
Yeah.
But there is a movie poster. There's like the Titanic painted on the wall.
Some sandwiches are loosely named.
Which they have a huge missed opportunity. They need to have a sandwich called the iceberg.
Yeah.
And it's a huge sandwich, and you get it for free if you eat the whole thing.
Yeah, they had a challenge, but they just called it like the challenge burger or something.
Yeah, there was like the Titanic challenge. That's the iceberg.
Yeah.
You call that it's there for
them.
you. I'll call them up.
Yeah. Hello.
They've got to be open right now.
Yeah.
But we go into the Titanic Cafe to get a cup of coffee. And I just walk up, I'm like, can I get a cup of coffee? And she's like,
visible
okay.
eye roll.
And so she goes to like begrudgingly make this coffee
But
for
you
me.
asked for one.
And I asked for one, but she's like, you want one coffee? Okay. So she starts making the coffee, but she makes two coffees. Okay, fine, whatever.
Fine.
But she's like begrudgingly making this coffee. She doesn't want to. She wants no part of this. She looks like she barely even knows how to do this.
This is a low confidence coffee.
Low confidence coffee. Get the coffee, and I'm not expecting to love it, but I need the caffeine.
Yes.
First sip. The most magical moment of my life.
You might have cried.
This is the best coffee, not just in the United Kingdom, not just in Europe, not just in the world, in the universe.
In the universe.
This cup of coffee.
You both agreed on this.
Me and Alex both agreed this was the best coffee we've ever had.
Made by complete hatred and
Made through hatred at the Titanic Cafe.
Yes.
Can you pull up a picture of the Titanic Cafe? Surely there's images of this.
Hold on.
While you're looking that up, also in the Titanic Cafe, on repeat, not even the whole song, is Tarzan Boy.
Can you do, because we can't play it, but can you do an impression of it, or do you need to hear it?
I need to, let's hear it, we'll bleep it, then I'll do my impression.
Or should I show the cafe first?
Let's see the cafe.
What was it?
Are there multiple Titanic cafes?
Seems like it. Was it this one?
No, that's not
No.
it. I think it's the blue one.
Let me just check the maps. Is this it?
Yes, that's it. There we go. So we're sitting right by the window there
Yeah, right
in
here
this
next
region,
to this captain.
drinking the most
What the hell
amazing.
is going on here?
That's on
that's
the
a
window.
sticker.
Yeah, that says yeah.
All right.
Well, we're sitting down enjoying. There's that Titanic poster. We're enjoying the most amazing cup of coffee that has ever been made.
Right here is where it was made.
Yeah,
Maybe
and that's
by
probably her.
Yeah. Here's the TV.
Yeah, that's the TV that was playing on repeat Tarzan Boy. And again, this wasn't even the full song on repeat. It was like a 30-second clip of the song. And we were probably there for like an hour just sipping on this coffee, enjoying life.
Truly.
And it was driving you completely insane.
I lost my mind. Who made Tarzan Boy? Is it this?
Yeah, it was just that part, basically.
So if you look at the screen, you can see the lyrics to the part that was looped. These are...
Yeah, those are the lyrics to the part that was looped basically over and over again for the better part of an hour.
Can you do an impression since we'll get flagged?
Yeah, it was just... out for an hour.
This is not an exaggeration because Alex like not confronted or did you? Or was it him?
No, Alex went and asked.
And he's like, do you realize? Like,
she's just like, yes, I know.
Like, she's just tolerating this. She doesn't want it to be looping the same 30 seconds her whole shift.
I don't even think, I think she was, maybe that's why she was in such a bad mood.
Yeah, we're like, why is she so bad
like,
making this coffee?
It's just stuck on it the whole time. It's just stuck on that. We can't get it to.
It's like, fucking turn it off, dude.
Turn it off. You don't need music if that music is just Tarzan Boy.
How interesting that I reached my threshold and you guys are totally fine.
It's because we were enjoying the best cup of coffee in the universe.
Yeah, I don't get that joy, so I'm just sitting in the Titanic Cafe listening to Tarzan Boy on repeat.
But yeah, that was fantastic.
I mean, I don't know how to explain how annoying that is. To have the same part, that's like Guantanamo Bay. I wouldn't be surprised if that was a Guantanamo Bay song.
I did not mind.
I know, because you're in a blissful state. I have no food or drink at this time. So I'm just listening to this song. And you're like on another level with this coffee.
Maybe that song is like an incantation that makes whatever you're drinking the best thing that you've ever had before.
I should have had a Fanta there.
It would have been fantastic. Fantastic. So yeah, we went to the Titanic Cafe, had the best cup of coffee
so if you go to London,
in the world.
Go to the Titanic Cafe by the Emirates Stadium.
I recommend. And use coupon code OIBT on checkout.
Blue Chew.
With honey.
Yes.
Yeah, we did that. We saw the Tower of London.
Yeah.
I saw the Crown Jewels. We saw...
That was your favorite part. You were dying to see those Crown Jewels.
They aren't the Crown Jewels. They aren't the Crown Jewels.
They're not the Crown Jewels. They are the Crown Jewels.
It's just crowns and swords. Like the jewel...
Oh, you take issue with like the naming convention?
Yes.
You do take the...
Because when you say you're going to see the crown jewels, it almost sounds like you're going to see jewels that were taken from a bunch of crowns.
Yeah, it's emphasizing the jewels.
Crowns have jewels.
Yes.
A crown without a jewel isn't a crown at all. It's a tiara. And even then, crowns have jewels. To say that these are the crown jewels, this is a terrible naming convention.
Yeah. I feel you.
You wouldn't say, have you seen my pants button? And you're like just the button? No, the pants button.
Yeah, you're looking for your pair of pants, but you're asking about the pants button.
Have you seen my iPhone screen?
It's just like...
That's part of the whole phone.
Yeah, you just want to see the base object that is comprised of these other elements.
Yeah, and it's not just the crown. It's like a whole bunch of stuff. It's swords, it's shields, it's all sorts of things.
Like garments.
It's not the crown jewels.
They need to, I don't know what they need to call it, but they need to call it something.
They could just call it the jewels.
Yeah, because that's the underlying
The royal?
material.
Do you want to see the royal jewels?
Royal belongings.
Royal jewels would make sense.
That'd be fine.
Because the jewels are all in these things and it's all
They're
royal.
royal as fuck.
Yeah.
I will say I love that the crown jewels, because it was like, we got there before the crowd, I guess, because it's normally bumping, I guess, but it's got an escalator, so you can't linger.
You can't linger too long.
And I love that. Keep it moving.
I mean, it's not even fun to look at, so.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, sparkles. Highly overrated, but the Tower of London's cool.
Very cool.
Skip the jewels.
Don't even bother.
Go visit the crows.
What's cooler is to see like the caves where the people carve. So there's these like prison cells at the Tower of London where prisoners were just locked in there.
Yeah.
And they've like carved these intricate messages.
Found God.
Could you imagine spending time to carve a note in stone?
Yeah.
I get mad if I'm typing a note on my iPhone and spell check corrects me to something that I wasn't saying.
Sure.
And I give up.
You're done.
I couldn't imagine I would sit there with a fucking like
There's nothing else to do.
like a piece of my tooth that chipped out to
Ew.
carve in. Like, what do they even use?
Ew. I don't like that.
Well, who knows what they're using to carve these notes in, but they're like, Paul was here.
They certainly did not expect a bunch of stupid Americans to be gawking at it like whatever hundreds of years later.
Hey, we're all going to come look at the notes that you've etched into stone.
When you were in desperate times thinking about your imminent death.
Yeah.
We're going to go, mildly interesting.
That's cool.
That's neat. Palpable suffering. It's fine.
Yeah.
But we had a good trip. Like, right? I think we had a good trip.
Yeah, you don't have to be insecure.
I don't know. I feel bad because not everyone, just mostly our parents are excited, because we've been planning this trip a while. So all the time it's like, send us pictures, send us updates, what you guys been doing? And it's really just wandering and like, there's really not that much to report.
Yeah, wandered around, rode on the subway, had the best cup of coffee.
But it's like, you can't tell them that, So I'm like trying to go through, because I have really bad memory. So I try to take notes of things I want to remember because it's going to be gone fast. And I do have a log of our trip, but these are not notes that I can pass along to our parents. Because,
what are they?
Can I just read them?
Yeah.
This is mostly for us to look back on so we can say, wow, remember those inside jokes that mean nothing to anybody and what an annoying thing to listen to?
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you're listening to this, you can skip this part.
Yeah, because this is for us.
This is just for us.
But this is just like, I'm like, well, I took notes on what we did on the trip so we can tell our parents what we did, and then none of these translate to anything I could ever tell them. Algae is just wet moss. Please, sir, this is my wife. Wicker Shields Pub?
I don't know.
No idea. He took too much or had too much?
Oh, because you said that somebody had too much.
And he took too much.
But the subreddit is took
got
too
the
much.
Meme wrong, whatever. Yeah. What a guy, Mr. Stone. Punching stuff a 19-year-old. Not my words.
Who said that?
I don't know.
Punch and stuff a 19-year-old?
That's just what I have.
I did that in college.
Feral Goblin. She's a steamer. Fog juice is a racial slur. It's a good day. My gums aren't even bleeding that much. Beefeater Surprise, the reality TV show.
Oh, yeah. So Beefeater Surprise is, here's the premise
I love it.
Of a reality TV show, okay? Imagine you have a friend who you've known for like 15 years.
Your best friend.
He's your best friend. And you decide to go to London with this person.
Like our friend Alex.
Like our friend Alex. And you go to the Tower of London as part of like, oh, you're just going to see London. You're just going to visit, all the touristy spots, Big Ben, the London Bridge, the Tower of London, the big, what's the big?
The London Eye.
The London Eye. Stupid name.
Mm-hmm.
The Crown Jewels. You're going to see all these things. You're going to go to the Tower of London with your friend who you've been friends with for 15 years or so. And you get there and you learn that as part of the tour of the Tower of London, this is given by people called Beefeaters.
Yeah.
And they live at the tower. They live there. And so you get there for the tour and you're expecting a Beefeater who you've never seen before to come out. But you're looking around for your friend. Where'd Alex go? And then you realize that Alex is coming down the walkway and a bunch of cameras come out to reveal to you that you're on a reality show called Beefeater Surprise, where surprise, your best friend is a beefeater.
And he has been for a long time.
And he has been for a long time.
You would be shook.
You would be shook.
If he came out and just started giving
all
a tour.
All the cameras are just like...
And he knew about Henry VIII or something. We'd be like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that'd be a big surprise.
I'd watch it.
Great show, promise.
Yeah.
Beefeater Surprise. This fall on Netflix.
But again, can't tell our parents, well, we had the idea of Beefeater Surprise, the reality TV show that's going to premiere on Netflix. You know what I mean?
That wouldn't go over well.
This Christmas, it's Last Christmas. He's the only one that can do it. Raisin clove pie.
Raisin clove pie.
Yes.
What was that from?
Something looked like a raisin clove pie. I don't put enough details to actually know what any of this means. I'm just like, whoa.
Oh, I had a pie somewhere. If they gave me a little pie. I don't even know where I was. They gave me a little pie.
Where? Yeah.
And it was stuff with raisins and cloves.
Cool. Yeah, it was just very literal. You had a raisin
what
clove
is
pie.
This? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Indian and Bangladeshi men.
That's not true.
Doesn't this suck? Staring and then Jacking off. Wouldn't that suck?
You have to say that a little louder.
Well, we don't want them to know.
Okay.
That's for us.
Yes.
Even tailgating. I found out my wife of 8 years slept with her ex-boyfriend while they were dating. She's now my daughter. What do I do?
It's a good question, yeah.
Say something in a Jamaican accent, like Jamaican me crazy. Raven dropped a bone on me, and that's where she finds you. Sorry to interrupt nothing. That's what she said. And then my grandma died, psych, but she's in the hospital, but he did kill my mom. And drunk guy train dropped phone. Oh, because a guy dropped his phone while he was sleeping and he's passed out drunk, and it's a bunch of young girls. And it's like, you got to be careful what you're drunk and watching.
He was just watching like a 13-year-old dancing on TikTok.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, if you're going to be into that, you got to be careful when you're passing out. And just stuff like that, you know? That's what the trip was, but that's not anything that can mean anything to anyone. It's just what you experience while you're there, and we were there. Please clap. Thank you. But I'm getting tired now.
Yeah, it's time to wrap up, but we do have, we don't have any, well, let me just make sure of this real quick.
That would be crazy.
If we had guesses?
Yeah.
I don't think we do.
Because I think guesses are dead. You should change a copy on the website so we can keep the money. I want to spend it.
Yeah, I mean, if no one's guessing, we can wrap it up. The whole guessing.
We'll bring it back when we get big. You know what I mean? It's a hilarious concept. To just guess what we saw.
Okay, we have a new guess.
We have a new guess?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah, listener David.
Listener, really?
Has submitted a guess.
Oh my. Oh yeah, we don't even, is there a song for guessing?
Yes.
Okay.
It's not a song, it's a cadence.
Oh my God.
Go, yeah. So, we have a guess from listener David.
Yeah. Thank you, David.
And again, if you're not familiar with this, you can guess what we saw because we saw something. And if you guess what it is, you will win a $500 Visa gift card. To figure out what the thing is, you have to ask a question and submit it to oyabigtime.tv/guess. You can read the official rules there, but it's really helpful if you go back to previous episodes take note of the questions that we have answered. That way you don't ask any duplicates, and that way you can kind of use the previous answers to narrow down the thing that we saw, because if you guess it, you win the money.
$500.
And David has submitted a guess.
Yeah.
And that guess.
Oh my gosh.
And that guess. Oh,
we're out of practice.
And that guess. Is it a wheelchair?
Ooh.
Is it a wheelchair?
Have we seen a wheelchair?
Let me rack through my memories for a moment.
Me too.
Ta tim tu talantra tignas muntikai.
Did you do it?
I did. And it turns out that while technically we have seen a wheelchair,
At least once.
the answer to is that the thing that we saw is no. It's not a wheelchair, but thank you for the guess.
It's a good guess. Thank you for the guess.
Thank you so
Can you
much.
Clap? Can you give them claps? Because I was ready to cut. I was ready to Tower of London. I don't know. Did they decapitate people? Segment. I was ready to kill the segment.
Yeah, thank you so much for the guess. And we also have a call.
We have a call.
So let's get to that. Thank you. Again, you can give us a call at 802-870-6928. You'll leave a voicemail, and then we will listen to that voicemail on the air. And if there's something that we can say back to that, then we will. I mean, if you just call us and you say, I got a sale on a turkey.
We can work with that. Call us. Just call us.
Sure, say that.
Please.
If you repeat that verbatim, that's fine.
Yeah.
Just call us.
Call.
let's play that call.
This person probably doesn't even remember calling because, like,
it was a year ago.
Yeah, it was like a whole year ago. Ready?
Yeah.
Are you excited?
Let's do it.
Okay.
Hi, Leah and DJ.
Hi.
That's a female voice.
So this is
this
proof.
Our first?
This is
female?
proof that we can appeal to a broad audience.
At least one female.
At least one female human. Okay, so yeah.
I don't even want. That's all I need to know. Can you believe it?
Thanks. We'll see you next time.
Bye. We've ended the podcast.
This is Summer. Leah, if you don't remember who I am, we worked together at
Gotta bleep
which
that.
might be kind of sensitive information, so maybe you guys can bleep that out or something. But
Yes.
It's very private.
I also ran into you at TJ Miller like a year ago, so that was kind of fun seeing.
Who, by the way, TJ Miller is, in my opinion, one of the funnest comedians to go see.
Absolutely. So underrated.
If you want a good, fun show, like there's different kinds of stand-up where like they have every beat nailed down pat. They have their like in-between joke chuckles because they act like they just thought of this for the first
Talking
time.
about you, Pete Holmes.
Like they have everything nailed down, and that's cool in and of itself because it's like this whole performance.
Yeah.
But going to see TJ Miller is just a blast. It's fun.
And we've stayed like between shows.
Well, we didn't mean to.
We didn't mean to, but we saw back-to-back shows and completely different.
So TJ Miller
It's
sells peanut
actually-
butter. He sells peanut butter, and he's like,
And it's oh yeah, because we've talked about his peanut butter.
yeah,
It's delicious.
it's fantastic. So after his first show, he's like, go around and buy my peanut butter.
Yeah.
And we're like, great, we'll do. So we like walk around. We're trying to find where to buy his peanut butter. And we're like, I don't think it's here. And we walk back into the room, into like the main room, thinking like, oh, maybe it's in the back of there. And we're like in line all of a sudden to go back in for the next show. So we did it twice.
Accidentally.
And both times were great.
But
and
they were totally different because he does such crazy good crowd work and improv.
I don't even know if I could call it crowd work because it's like
something.
It's on a different level.
See him. If you're in Salt Lake, he's coming.
So anyway, Summer.
But Summer's the only person I know that, like, we have funny friends who don't think he's funny.
Yeah.
And, like, so 12 points to Summer for going to TJ Miller.
You got 12 points.
Oh, my God. What are you... Wrong buttons.
Yeah.
We don't know. So I just want to acknowledge that because we have a female listener and she's the only person that likes TJ Miller.
Fantastic.
Okay, continue.
Near TJ Miller's peanut butter all over his arm like shit.
I did do
You
that.
You
do
Yeah.
laugh a lot. But
So gross.
I just wanted to call and confirm that you guys do have at least one female listener.
Hell yeah.
So yeah, I just finished binging all of your guys' episodes.
Oh my God. I haven't even done that. I'm
But yeah,
deeply
but
flattered.
I am deeply flattered. Yeah, I've only done that for things that I love, obviously.
Yeah,
so thank
like,
you so much
I
for.
feel like there's some duds in there, so
There are.
for her to not like.
We've got duds.
Yeah, we got a couple duds. So to not. Thank you. I'm sorry it's taking a long time to get through this. I'm just very moved.
It'll last like 2 weeks. So
It's a
I'm
full time
kind of
job.
sad that I don't have any new ones to listen to. So I hope you guys don't run out of steam because for some reason your podcast is like very satisfying to my ADHD. I don't know if it's because DJ's yelling like gives me a little bit of an adrenaline rush that for some reason like
yell.
I don't know, just gives me like a little boost and zest for
It's like a
life.
bump of cocaine.
Yeah, you make her feel alive.
Yeah.
And then I bring it back down to like sleepy time,
Yes.
which maybe I should yell more. Keep them awake.
No, it's the yin and yang.
Oh, she's probably expressing that balance. Well, maybe. Or maybe she just likes
Don't
yelling.
assume what she's saying.
I know. Assuming what another woman thinks.
Yeah, putting words in a woman's
How
mouth.
dare I?
And Leah, I relate to you a lot because you are just my existential crisis twin. So that feels very validating that I'm not the only one that feels that way.
That's
so
great
thank you guys
news.
for doing what you're doing. I also want to let anyone else know, if you're just starting to listen to the podcast, write down the answers to the Guess What We Saw questions, because now if I try to go back and re-listen, I think you guys have like 35 hours or something of podcast content. So even if I won the $500 prize, to go back and listen to everything and write down the answers, I guess it would still be worth it, because I'd be making like $14.70
This is a great point. This is a great point. If you go back and listen to every single episode and you can figure out what the thing is that we saw, you would have effectively had a part-time or a full-time job for a week getting paid $14 an hour.
Double
or
minimum
change.
wage here.
So you can make double minimum wage
bargain.
if you just listen to nothing but our podcasts for a week, as though it were a full-time 8-hour-a-day job.
And that would have to start now.
So, yeah, this is a fantastic point you're making,
I know.
Summer.
I don't even know if she should be giving them advice.
But what I think it's great advice, because the more episodes we make, that means, let's say we get into 70 hours of podcasts.
Yeah.
Now you have to go back and listen to a 7. This reduces your hourly wage
Right. So you got to
substantially.
figure it out, because you're losing money as time goes on.
So, okay. Yeah.
It's good
and
advice.
comb through. But maybe I'll just re-listen just for fun, because you guys are awesome. I think my call time is going to run out soon, so I'll say goodbye, but waiting patiently for the next episode.
Well, thank you so much, Summer, for calling us.
I could just listen to that again and
We're
cry.
very happy.
We have a female listener, and she likes us, and she's listened to every episode.
That is fantastic news. Thank you for the call, Summer, and thank you for promoting the Guess What We Saw
Yeah.
podcast time.
My God. What a delightful way to end from where we started, because I was like, I don't even know if I can finish this episode with all this honey talk.
Yeah.
But now I'm in a great place.
Great
because of
headspace.
summer.
Remember, you can use honey to rob your favorite influencers whenever you go to buy something.
Which I guess I wouldn't mind in some. Yeah.
Depending, yeah. But thank you so much for tuning in.
Merry Christmas!
And Merry Christmas.
Merry. I don't know. Just ho ho ho. Look at we're festive. We are the only atheists trying to bring Christmas back.
I love this.
Yeah.
Let's make Christmas atheist
Real again. Oh, we love you. We did another year or something. I don't know. Maybe we've only done this for a year. I don't know. We're just happy.
We're happy. We'll see you back again at some point.
In less than
Turn Santa around.
Towards me?
No, towards the camera. That's
Oh.
yeah. There we go.
So you don't see his buttocks.
Yeah.
Merry New Year also.
We'll do another one before the new year.
Yeah, because I like the New Year's episodes.
So we'll see you in 2027.
Bye-bye.